Hi everyone, it's Andy Glenn here from Solway TV, and I'm joined by the most recent announcement of signing. It's only Jonny Yantis. Johnny, how are you doing?
I'm great. Summer's got running a little bit long. It's a little bit hot out, but can't wait to get back to Dumfries and see the fans at the ice bowl.
Absolutely. Well, you kind of signed before, but things have changed over summer. I don't even know if you're aware in Canada what's happened over summer, but things have changed a little bit, and you've signed for Solway.
Yep, pretty excited. I know there's been a little bit of difficulties. It's kind of hard with the time change and being so far away to keep track of everything going on. But a lot of respect for JT and a lot of respect for Spud. They've kept me in the loop. They've communicated well, and I wasn't going anywhere. I knew that we'd have a team, and I knew Dumfries would stay behind us. So can't wait to get back.
One of the things that you mentioned to me, maybe last game or second last game of the season, when you kind of indicated to me that you loved the place, you loved the hockey town, you loved the people that just lived and breathed hockey, and you kind of made it clear that you really valued that.
Yeah, I think the community itself is a very welcoming, and like it creates an atmosphere of a second home. I love Dumfries. I love telling people I live in Dumfries. I've been doing a lot of FIFA events this summer, just trying to get involved with the World Cup. And I'll run into Scots all over the place and tell them, yeah, like I live in Dumfries. I love it. There's no place I'd rather be. And our fans are some of the best in the league, some of the most passionate in the league. And it made a pretty easy choice in returning.
Well, we're about a minute or so into this video, and as we record it, Scotland have just got hammered by Brazil last night. So well done for bringing up the World
Yeah,
Cup.
I
That's
watched
one
that whole
W.
game. I was rooting for I just wanted to see some action from the Scottish side. Quite
But
disappointed.
Canada's doing okay. They're through to the next round. Have you been following
Yeah,
that?
I think once we win the World Cup, like everyone's got to call it soccer. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, so
yeah,
once
yeah,
Canada
yeah.
wins the World Cup, it's
Yeah.
soccer now.
That's the same time as Solway get entered in for the Stanley Cup when Canada wins the
Yeah,
World Cup. That's the
yeah.
same. It's got the same chances. Um,
I think the Canada team's we'll make it to the quarters. Got to make it to the quarters.
well, are you going to any of the games or are you just watching them on TV and fan zones?
No, cannot afford those tickets. They're I believe the first Canada game was $3,000 a ticket, so
That's
about
crazy.
£1,600. So
That's crazy. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah. Luckily, hockey's a lot more accessible, and as you say, the people in Dumfries are going to be so happy that you've confirmed as coming back. I guess with all the issues over the summer, I guess there's probably offers for you to go elsewhere in the NIHL and in Europe, but you've stuck by Dumfries.
yep. So as soon as everything was happening, obviously got a few calls from agents, teams, like probing my accessibility or my openness to leaving. And I was talking to Spud and I was talking to JT the entire summer and talking to my friends that are pretty confident in going back. Like ours is coming back for sure. So being on the phone with them and hearing what they had to say, I didn't even blink. I love playing in Dumfries and like the fans and the atmosphere at the rink, the community with us. It's didn't didn't hesitate, didn't even think about leaving or going anywhere else, and I'm pretty happy to stay.
I mean, that's just wonderful to hear, and I think all the players that sign this year for Solway are players that really want to play. There, it's not it's they all could have probably have had offers to go elsewhere, but they've all stayed, and that maybe means something in terms of team spirit going forward.
Yeah, I think just getting off on the right foot. We have a bunch of guys that want to be there. They want to compete. They want to bring good hockey to Dumfries and bring winning hockey, create a winning a culture there. So just having that, being able to get in the rink right away, no issues, being able to compete from day one instead of day 30, 40 in the season is going to be huge for us. And I'm have a strong belief that we can be a competitive team and make a good playoff run, go deep in the playoffs, go and be at the top of the table.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I think a lot of teams, when I read some of the socials just now, I see fans writing us off already because we've had such a poor preparation for summer. And if anybody decides to come to our rink and writes us off, they'll be in for a shock. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think we showed last year in the second half that anyone that's coming to the Ice Bowl, it's not going to be an easy game. It has to do with the travel, it has to do with our fans, and just coming in there, we got to make it a tough place to play right off the start. Let them know that no game is easy. Any 2 points is they're going to have to fight for it no matter what.
Absolutely. And the fans really took to you in the first season, and you had some real special fans that were making all sorts of flags, and your nickname is Superman, and I'm calling you Superman on stream and all the rest of it. That's got to feel pretty good as a player.
Yeah, I talk about it with my buddies back here all the time, and even guys in different leagues, I'm talking to them about coming because of how supportive of it is. I've showed them all the pictures, I've showed them all the chants and everything, and it's quite a special place, and I cannot wait to get back.
I mean, it's just we can't wait to see you. We're a fan favorite from minute one. You going to do anything differently this year coming back?
No, I think for me, I want to keep a tough edge to my game, but also be putting up points and helping the guys win. And I think the biggest thing I want to focus on is that defensive zone because you can't lose if you're giving up no goals. So that should be our goal every game. You can score as many as you want, but if the other team scores more, you're going to lose. So just that defensive side and then keeping that tough edge, being more physical throughout the entire 54 this year is probably my main focus is no days off in the physicality and getting in. I do like to mix it up a bit. So maybe a little bit more of that. And yeah, to hopefully keep the same output or if not better and just do whatever it takes to win.
Right. I wondered if you were going to talk about penalty minutes or anything because when you first came, you were not a stranger to the penalty box, and then as the season went on, you kind of learned. Is it a cultural thing about how the games here are officiated, or how much tolerance the officials have for, say, bad language or aggression back when people's testosterone's through the roof?
Yeah, I think so for sure. It's an emotional game out there, and playing in North America, you could. I guess I want to say give it to the refs a little bit more. You can say, as long as you're not using any outlandish profanity, you could say whatever you want. You're not attacking them, you're attacking calls.
Right.
But there it's more so just finding the line, I guess, of what is respectable, what is expected on the ice. Yeah, I use some bad language out there for sure. So definitely watching my mouth a little bit more this year. Trying to not lead the league in penalty minutes in half the games like I did last year.
That's still an achievement for a lot of fans, though, isn't it?
I guess I'll just be more selective at when I'm taking these penalty minutes. So
I think for other teams, if they can get you in the penalty box, that's a win. It'd be a good trade to get in, one of Solway's best players or one of the best imports into the bid. And you're wise to that. You're a clever guy. You're going to know that. But it's interesting. You're still looking to keep that edge, and I think without that edge, it's not the Jonny Yantis that we love. So keep it going.
yeah, I think that's one of the things that makes me the player I am is just finding that line, sometimes crossing the line, but doing whatever it takes to win is who I am. And if that means that I got to go fight or that means I'm got to mix it up a little bit, I'm willing to do that, especially in a place that gives me everything. So I want to give what I can back to the community as well.
Ah, man, that's just a perfect sentiment. That's lovely to hear. I know your folks and your relatives watch the games on stream. Are we going to get them over to Dumfries sometime this year to just meet them in person?
So they're all planning trips separately. So they'll all be in Dumfries at some point. They want me to be a tour guide throughout Scotland. So I think my sister's coming in October. My brother is gonna be coming sometime December, and then my parents will be stopping by in as well throughout. So I'm pretty excited to show what Scotland has to offer.
Well, we'll welcome them to Dumfries. You know that, and it'll be great to see them here, and it'll be great for them to watch you play just great hockey.
Yeah, they actually my parents did come out last year, but it was unfortunately after I got suspended for something I did. I can't remember, but I was watching the game with them for one night.
I know I was hoping you were going to come up and commentate for me with that game, but you said mum and dad are here, so I'm gonna spend it with them. Or was mum was
Got to
here?
spend quality time.
Absolutely. So it's only as we record this, it's only like 8 weeks to the first preseason game. When are you coming over?
So I do not have my flight booked, but been preparing all summer, gym 5 times a week. I've been on the ice two to three times a week already. So just
Wow.
gearing up for to step on and step right back into it. Hoping to be back mid-August. The earlier the better, right? Love.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And with the football season starting up, I need to get some games before we got our games in. So,
What games do you fancy going to see when you're here?
oh, just Kilmarnock, best team in the Scottish Premiership.
Right. You've been talking to Lewis Young way too much.
We were when we were in the relegation battle. We, because I'm part of the Kilmarnock.
That's it. Yeah, you're
we
right.
when we were in the relegation battle last year, I was calling Younger pretty much after every game, talking about what's going on and what we're doing out there. But it's hard to catch games here. The time change, the lack of TV over here.
Yeah.
But it was following along.
Oh, well, that's great. I'm sure there's a lot of people from a lot of players from Ayrshire. So yeah, no, it's good to do that. Fancy going to see any, I'm going to say proper teams, big teams, not Kilmarnock.
What do you mean by that? No, for sure. I would like to get back as soon as I can because I've heard there's some festivals in Edinburgh. There's some things going on, so I wouldn't mind go catch a Hearts game, hang out in Edinburgh for a little bit. Maybe Rangers and Celtic I don't fancy it at all. Those those two aren't for me.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of either of them either. But I don't know Jordan Marr. I don't know if he's still in Scotland or if he's moved down south. But he can get you a Hearts game or something like that. And you're right, Edinburgh Festival kicks off through August. It's ridiculously busy in Edinburgh there, but it's a great experience in your life to go and see some whatever it's comedy shows, something like that. There, it's good fun. So yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, the parade. I heard there's parades, there's bagpipes. We've been because of the World Cup and Toronto being one of the host city, we've had a lot of Scots coming through, even though they're down in Boston and Miami.
Yeah.
But there's been live bagpipe shows. There's been tartan army marches and stuff like that going on. So it reminds me of being back in Scotland. So I'm excited to actually be back.
Yeah, I think you're probably talking about the military tattoo, which is held up at the castle. You get bagpipes, all sorts of shows, and all the rest of it, and that's a good thing to see once in your life for sure. But we can't wait to see you back on the ice, mainly, and we'll get you along to some of the meet and greet things and some of the fan events throughout the year as well through the official supporters club. So it's going to be great. And after a summer of uncertainty and worry, hearing you chatting to you is just brings the ice hockey to the forefront in my mind, and it's going to be great for fans. It's the same as always, Jonny. The last word to you in this interview is from you to the fans of Solway Ice Hockey Club. Over to you, Jonny.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for all the support. I know this summer has not been easy for any of us, but I think we're going to come back better and stronger than we ever have and put a product on the ice that's going to be something to make the town proud. And I can't wait to get back, see you all at the Ice Bowl and different events throughout the year.
Well, thanks, Jonny, and thanks to everyone who watched this on Solway TV. This is Andy Glenn saying cheerio.